It started like the perfect love story. Two beloved stars, two quiet hearts, and a relationship that bloomed in the shadows of the spotlight. Sandara Park, the timeless beauty known for her grace, charm, and girl-next-door innocence. And Jung Il, the romantic lead we've all rooted for, both on screen and off. They were never the loud, flashy type. They didn't post about each other constantly, didn't give fans endless fan service. But what they did have was something deeper, subtle, meaningful, and undeniably real. For years, fans speculated. Were they just friends? Were they more? The two always laughed it off. Their chemistry was undeniable, their friendship solid. But behind closed doors, there was something the cameras never caught. Then came the moment that changed everything. It didn't begin with a scandal. It began with a silence that grew louder with each passing day. At a fan signing event in early spring, Sandara appeared more reserved than usual. Her eyes, usually so bright, looked distant. Jung Il canceled 2 appearances back-to-back, citing scheduling conflicts. But fans noticed something else, a kind of emotional absence. Then the rumors began. It started with a single anonymous post on a popular K-forum. A supposed insider claimed that Sandara and Jung Il had been secretly dating for over 3 years, and that they had recently broken up after a heated fight involving jealousy and a third party. The post went viral within hours. Screenshots were shared. DMs surfaced. And while many fans dismissed it at first as baseless gossip, things got worse. The next week, grainy paparazzi photos hit the tabloids. 2 figures resembling Sandara and Il, seemingly arguing in a parking garage late at night. Blurry, hard to confirm, but the internet did what it does best, connect dots, whether real or imagined. Suddenly, everyone was watching. News headlines screamed betrayal, heartbreak, and secrets. Speculation took over, and the silence from both stars became deafening. Their agencies quickly denied the rumors. No romantic relationship. No breakup. No third party. These are false claims with no factual basis. But fans weren't convinced. Clips began resurfacing, interviews where Sandara would pause before answering a question about love. Moments when Jung Il seemed emotional during certain fan interactions. Social media posts with cryptic captions, suddenly gaining new meaning in hindsight. One post from Sandara, a simple photo of a wilted flower with the words, "Even the strongest blooms fade alone," sent fans spiraling. What hurt most wasn't just the possibility of a breakup. It was the feeling of being kept in the dark. The fans who had supported them, believed in them, defended them, now felt abandoned by their silence. And just when it felt like things were settling down, Sandara made a quiet but emotional move. During a fan meet in Seoul, when asked a completely unrelated question, she paused. And instead of answering directly, she said, "Sometimes, people think they know your story, but the truth is quieter than the noise." The room fell silent. There was no laughter, no explanation, just her voice and the weight behind it. 2 days later, Jung Il posted a photo of a fog-covered mountain trail. His caption simply read, "Some climbs are lonelier than others." Again, no names, no details, but the timing said it all. The post hit fans hard. Suddenly, the scandal stopped feeling like drama and started feeling like heartbreak. Because underneath all the rumors and noise were 2 people, clearly hurting. Not in rage, not in resentment, but in quiet sorrow. What followed was a shift in public opinion. Some fans who had once demanded explanations now flooded their accounts with support. Messages like "We're here when you're ready" and "Protect your peace first" replaced harsh accusations. Because for the first time, it became clear that this wasn't a PR stunt. This was real emotion, real love, real pain. Insiders from both sides started leaking small details. One source claimed that Sandara and Il had actually been together far longer than fans knew, close to 5 years, and that their breakup wasn't about cheating or betrayal, but about pressure, distance, and the unbearable weight of secrecy. Another insider said they were on a break, not broken up, trying to heal individually before making any long-term decisions. And that's when the real question began to surface. Could they survive this? Not just as celebrities, but as human beings. Because here's what most people forget. Fame doesn't protect your heart. It only makes the heartbreak harder to hide. Imagine being in love and not being able to go on a date in public, not being able to share holidays, anniversaries, or birthdays. Imagine going through a fight and having millions of people demanding answers. That's what Sandara and Jung were living with. Through it all, though, something remained. Respect. Neither of them ever blamed the other. No hurtful interviews. No vague tweets. No passive-aggressive posts. Just quiet, mutual sorrow. That silence, ironically, told us everything. It told us this wasn't fake. It wasn't for the cameras. And it definitely wasn't over. Insiders now say both stars are focusing on solo work. Sandara is preparing a new music release, her first solo track in over a year. Jung is in talks for a new romantic drama, one that ironically explores themes of secrecy and heartbreak. Their teams remain tight-lipped about their personal lives. But fans are still watching, still hoping, because love like this doesn't end in headlines. It doesn't get buried in rumors. It lingers in silence, in glances, in the what-ifs we never say out loud. As time passed, fans noticed small gestures, subtle signs that perhaps, just perhaps, the bond between them hadn't fully disappeared. During a recent live performance, Sandara chose to sing a ballad about unspoken love. Fans claim her voice trembled during the chorus when the lyrics touched on letting go while still holding on in your heart. Some say it was a message, a confession hidden in plain sight. Wu, in his latest interview, was asked what kind of role he hopes to play next. He responded, "Something that reflects life, imperfect love, quiet heartbreak, the kind that changes you forever." His eyes held a sadness that didn't need translation. And that's the thing, while their romance remains unconfirmed, their connection is impossible to deny. Because love is not always loud. It's not always declared in front of flashing cameras or confirmed in press releases. Sometimes, it's in the silence, in the pauses, in the way you hold space for someone even when the world is pulling you apart. Whether they find their way back to each other or not, one thing is clear. Sandara and Jung shared something real. And that truth, quiet, tender, and unwavering, will live on. So what's next for them? We wait, we watch, and we hope, because some love stories are still being written, even in the silence.